All right, here we go. Mac Jones breakdown. I'm real juiced up for this one because it's a big one. We got 24 clips, a lot of good, a lot of bad, and then good and bad. The question is, though, so is Mac Jones the most pro-ready quarterback in this draft? And that's what we're going to try to answer with tape. So let me get to the oh, yeah, we're rolling. Okay? As always, we start with the good. We always start with the good. A lot of people only watch like 2 minutes of the videos and all they see is the good, and they're like, this guy's biased and he only talks about the good. Well, just watch the whole thing. But it doesn't matter anymore. Done dealing with the trolls because I got something special dialed up for someone out there. In a couple weeks it'll be dropping, and it's very, very exciting. So I started with this one because I think it addresses two things. One, it addresses arm strength, and it's also, I don't want to say, like it's a point. It's just kind of funny, right? Because all we hear about is how good the talent is around Mac Jones. So here we go. What we've got is we've got a little bit of, I haven't really seen this concept paired together, but it's Oscar stop with a sail. So what that is, and let me show you guys, is here, and that's going to be a Oscar stop is a corner stop, and then paired inside with a, oh my gosh, I just drew way off the screen, a corner route, okay? But obviously way deeper than this. I just can't draw off the screen again, okay? So what they're going to do is you're going to end up seeing these two guys stay for him. The sail's going to pop wide open after working off the safety, okay? We're going to work it off of, Mac Jones' a little bit of power play action. So here you go. Boom, little power run action. 3 hitch, ball. And that is an absolute dime on this sail route, okay? And then you'll see from the tight why he was just looking at his hands, okay? So, boom, little run action, hitch, ball, drives it outside. I mean, this is an absolute dime, and it just goes right through his hand, okay? Again, obviously there's a ton of talent on Alabama. All I'm saying is it just was kind of funny to start with something where it was like, oh, I guess it wasn't like Mac Jones was just like, everyone else was helping Mac Jones just survive, and all of a sudden now we're going to crown him, Anyways, let's keep it rolling, okay? We got a little play action here. So all this turns into is, really, to me it looks more like maybe a basic. I honestly don't get the concept, but this is just double in, okay? That's all it is. Maybe we could say it was, read it out to where it's post if it's too high. If not, he's going to roll the end. But, I've never seen them paired together. With that being said, it turns into Y-in, right? It turns into Y-in, which is essentially just a seam with an in route. A lot of pro teams run it. This is basically the same concept, just with a different route paired inside. The goal is to throw this out, though, which is exactly what you're going to see, and that's why we dialed it up. So, little action. Again, right? And this is against pressure, right? You're going to see safety shark here. Okay, boom, safety comes. And he just stays in there and drives an in route. That's great football. I don't know what to tell you guys. I know you guys want to take shots at the kid and tell him why he's not very good, but this is just good ball. Boom, action. Okay, here's something, too, that we can talk about a little bit when you watch this, okay? The only thing I'd say, right, if I'm going to really critique, great extension, right? Great extension. Let me kick this out of the way. Great extension with the arm, we love. This hand, right, you see how his hand's here? You want to see it more on the stomach. And that's just absolutely nitpicking, right? That's like the way the sheriff, Peyton Manning, would have held himself accountable. It's just an absolute nitpick. Absolute nitpick. Okay? Anyways, so you guys can see, boom, the extension, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, stays in the pocket, rips a dime on the end. Also gets rocked, apparently. Not really. Maybe jumped off the ground when he got hit. Just another drive shot. Here we go. You guys are going to love this one, actually. It's one of my favorite ones. Okay. This I really like because a lot of people talk about, so one, what you're looking at from the footwork perspective, this is rock right, okay? Rock, think of it as like a half roll. We're just barely going to move the pocket, right? Off of a little bit of an action, barely move the pocket. Okay, so that's the movement aspect of this. What you're going to see, though, is this to me, is a tight window and outside the numbers. And a lot of people say, man, this dude's arm strength, where it's going to show up is tight windows and outside the numbers. All right, well, I guess let's be the judge of that with this throw. It's a dime. He drives it in there. Answering the arm strength question again. Does he have enough arm to play in the NFL? Well, you tell me. Just squeeze that thing in. Again with a guy in his face. No, I love this one. There's a little bit of, I mean, it's something that not a lot of people are going to pick up, but definitely NFL evaluators will. So let's talk through the concept here. What they have is a glance route, okay? 5 to 7 steps on this, modified slant, basically a post, right? Almost a ship, but a glance is outside, okay? We've got it paired with the arrow, right? Or what it looks like, slant arrow, but then it's going to turn into wheel. Watch him manipulate this defender by throwing his shoulders, right? So pretend the defense is here, and as a quarterback, if I throw my shoulders, boom, to where you can see the back of my jersey, I'm going to influence everybody to move with. Okay, so I'm going to slow it down for you guys, and then we'll watch the play in full speed. Okay, so slow down. Boom, watch him. You see just that little bit? You guys see that little bit right here? And then watch his reaction already, okay? He's now thinking to himself, I'm going to jump the slant. Well, guess what? It's jump the arrow. Guess what? It ain't an arrow. It's a wheel, okay? Does that make sense, guys? That's impressive body movement there, okay? That's why I said eye and body manipulation, because it wasn't even just eye placement. It was also the aspect of putting his body there. And here's what else is so great about it. After the body movement, he influences, let's call it the nickel. And then now the eyes are holding this safety that's just barely out of your screen, holding him on the hash. So we're going to influence the nickel with our body. Then we're going to hold the safety with our eyes because we know our receiver's going to win. And then I'm going to get back outside and throw a dime. That's playing quarterback at such a high level. And honestly, you guys just don't appreciate it. We don't appreciate it enough. We don't appreciate it enough because we doesn't have high enough, his ceiling's not high enough. We don't like his tools. And then I deliver the message to you guys, and we already know how you feel about me. So it's like, well, now the poor kid, right, and done nothing wrong except to win a national title. You guys hate him even more. Makes no sense. Got a little ball on Flutie here. Flutie is just a post-sale concept, okay? They just run it from tight. Okay, so here's how they get to it, right? It's just a, let's call it a burst release. He's just going to widen, and again, I keep drawing off the screen. He's going to run a post, okay? He's going to work inside, and then he's going to be on the sail, okay? They're running the concept everybody runs. Normally, I haven't seen it from condensed like this. I like it a lot. It's a good little wrinkle Alabama has, okay? But this is an NFL throw that you're going to see a ton. You're going to see a ton of NFL quarterbacks make this throw. Now, listen, is this wide open? Yeah, of course. This is 100% wide open. With that being said, nothing he can do about that. All he can do is play football. Love that. Love that, love that, love that. Okay, I like this one because this is hunting down in the red zone. I talk about it a lot with quarterbacks. You guys that you've watched the videos a lot, you hear me say it all the time. If you haven't, if this is your first one, awesome. I talk about hunting, right? We get man coverage. We're down in the red zone. We want to hunt, right? We want to be the attacker. We want to be the aggressor. This clearly press man to man. We got man across the board. What we love against man is a corner route, okay? What I love about this is he identifies man-to-man. He finds the corner route, right? The route that we want to throw, which is the corner. And then he delivers a freaking dime, and his receiver makes a heck of a catch. Absolute great catch. You gotta love that. Okay, but yeah, man read, this is what you want to see. You want to see guys locate, identify the coverage down tight, and then you want to see him throw with decisiveness, know exactly where he's going to go and deliver it, to me, an absolute dime. Okay? Now we got a little hold-up shot in cover 2. I like this one a lot. Okay, So what they've got is they got just a little back out wheel. And honestly, this isn't cover 2 at all. It's a terrible, terrible job by me. It's man. We're basically, we're saying it's a hold-up shot, and it kind of looks like cover 2 because you got trailing over top, but that was just bad. It's not even remotely close to cover 2. Anyways, here we go. What you're going to have is back out of the backfield, right? They're going to have a pick play in here. I don't know what kind. They've got, it looks like mesh with the pick here. What you're going to see, though, is the safety over the top, and you're going to see the linebacker chasing the back underneath, and you're going to watch him hold up. Watch him hold him up in the spot, right? If he leads him, this safety rocks him. He holds him up, so now the receiver can protect himself a little bit. Well, it's running back. But that's good quarterback play when we're holding guys up to protect them. That's what you want to see, right? One, two, three. Ball's out. Hold him up. Yeah, I love that. That's just good ball. That's just good football. Okay, we got another little hold up on Jalapeno now. Okay, we'll let him motion first. Okay, so what is jalapeno, right? Jalapeno is the most popular NFL concept right now, which is you have a shoulder 8 inside. Against cover 3, right, or against any single high coverage, you're going to see him just run at the safety. If it was cover 2, you'd see him kind of posture a little more, and then he would try to cross face because he's actually in the progression in 2 high. Single high is not in the progression. He's just going to run right at him. Then we've got our other post out here, which is in the progression, paired with what everybody throws, which is the deep over, okay? What you're going to see, though, is his recognition of this corner getting soft onto the deep over, and he's going to hold up his deep over. That's why we talk about a hold-up shot, right? Make sure a guy can protect himself a little bit, okay? So maybe it wasn't the corner that fell off. Looks like it was a free safety at the boundary that fell off. That's impressive. Okay. Anyways, we got a little fall off, guys. So obviously, boom, not there, not there. So you're going to work down to this, and the window's wide open. He delivers a hold-up shot to make sure he can protect himself, against that blow, right? That's what you want to do. You want to always protect your receivers. Let me play full speed so you guys can see it. His eyes, you can see him working post, not there. Boom, climbs, drives it. You just love it. You just love it. Another little hold-up shot. Look at his eyes work, man. Boom. Working the post. Doesn't have it. Drive shot to the deep over. Holds him up so his tight end can turn and protect himself. Care? I mean, I love this one. I tweeted about it earlier. So let's get the main thing out of the way, which is, Mac, we can't drop a snap, right? Happens to all of us at some point, but that's not great. With that being said, a lot of the critiques I've seen on him is, can he play in a muddy pocket? Can he play off platform? Blah, 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 blah. This is what Tua struggled with, so he's going to struggle with it. Let's see if he can play, off timing and off script. Well, he drops a snap, picks it up, and still makes the right decision on YN. So, yeah. And guys, this is what's fun about football. You really start watching some tape, you're going to see this is the same concept we saw earlier, okay? You're going to see here with the in route. You're going to see this on the follow in. Remember the first clip we saw? The only difference is now it's out a bunch and they have it paired with, let's call it a little sit return, right? It's the only difference. It's the same exact play, okay? Just out of a different formation. Boom. Drives it. Let's look at the tight. The tight's even better. Tight's an even better view. Boom, drops it. Just off script a little bit. Gets his eyes to the right spot, makes the right play. I don't know how you could not like that. Okay? Now we got a little 1+2 footwork, and then again, you're going to get a little hold-up shot, right? So, first and foremost, let's talk about this. The 1+2 footwork, you can see him pumping the screen. Look how early he gets this ball out, okay? So this is who he's throwing to. There's nothing really to me that says he's open right now. Ball's out. The ball's out right now. And look at where this spot is. I mean, that's what you want to see. Under duress, too. We're acting like the dude was just sitting back there, 1 Mississippi, 2 Mississippi, playing turkey bowl. Dude's under duress. Yeah, man, I love it. I absolutely love it. This is thrown with anticipation. This is NFL timing, if you ask me. I mean, I just don't know what I don't know. I don't know what you guys cannot like there. Got another hold-up ball. I put a lot of hold-up balls on here, apparently. I just like that it felt like he was protecting his guys. You know? I felt like it was nice to see him protect his guys and then also put them in a situation to where they have the best opportunity. He doesn't throw 50-50 balls, right? He throws 80-20. Boom. Another 80-20 ball. Because 50-50 is a terrible, terrible, terrible proposition. 80-20 is something we can all get behind. You know? Man, I love that. Yeah, look at that. Three hitch, let it out. A little bit of a hold up back shoulder. That's what you want to see. Okay. This is one that's just kind of fun because everyone trashes the kid's arm. 3, 4, 5 hitch. Just let it rip. Again, right? Man to man. What do we want to do with man? We want to hunt. Find your matchup. Just rip it. What was that? Off the 15 to the 40. What is that? I don't know what it is. 40 yards, 35 yards. From the far hash. Like that to me is just a great ball. It's a great ball. No, 45 yards. I'm 10. Yeah, 45 yards. Obviously, I didn't do well in math. Right? I know wide receiver depths. That's about it. Here's another great ball in the red zone, okay? Just identifying who's going to be our guy, and then, you know, it's the only spot you can throw this ball. You know? Now listen, would I love to see him square up a little more? Does he get a little floaty with his platform? Absolutely, okay? Something you could definitely critique. But the ball placement's what you want to see, okay? The ball placement's 100% what you want to see. I'd also have to ask him if he dropped the ball here. Did he? Oh no, it's just a terrible snap. Trying to spin it to get the laces or something. It's a good spot, man. We gotta love it. We gotta love it, okay? And then here's a little bit of pump with eye manipulation, okay? So you're gonna see, boom, okay? So let's talk through this concept because it's actually one that I like a lot. You know, we called it Gator House, okay? So what it is a shin 6. So Gator's a shin 6 with a spark underneath. Okay, spark means you can sit against man, you can break out against man. Sorry, you can turn in against void, you can break out against man, or you can turn out against zone. That's what a spark route is, okay? The shin 6 is the roll in route. It looks like they paired it with backside, like a little 2-beater, okay? What Gator House is, right, is it's Gator, except we're going to run the shin 6 and then get vertical. It's the receiver's job to beat this guy. It's Mac Jones's job to influence this guy, okay? So check it out. Boom. Look at this. Look at that safety freeze because of the pump, okay? If you saw him pump, now watch the safety. If you watch the safety, now watch him pump, okay? Look at this. Clearly bites on it, and then boom, that ball's out, okay? And then that's just, I'm going to fast forward this. It's just a touchdown. See it from the tight so you guys can see what he was doing on purpose, right? That pump, that's all you need. The eye placement and the pump. Just a little bit of Gator House for 6. I'd love to know what Alabama actually called it. I like Gator House. I think it's fun to say, hey, we're going to Gator House this thing. We're going to house it. But, you know? Okay? Now we're going to get to the bad. So the good, there's a lot of good, okay? And I think a lot of the good is even just answering the new critics, right? What they're critiquing now. It seems like it's never ending. But now we're going to get to the bad, and we got to be honest, right? Listen, my son's name is Mac, spelled with a K, but let's be honest, it's close enough. I'm a little biased, right? You want to see Max be successful. But we got to be honest. We got to talk about the bad here, okay? And this is the bad here is backside corner awareness. So they ran a ton of post with a deep over, okay? So when you get this, though, and you get this post and you pair it with a deep over, we love to run it against cover 3. The only issue is there's nothing to hold this backside safety or the backside corner. So you have to be aware of him. He was not aware of him here, right? So while that was an incompletion today, very well could be a pick tomorrow, right? Very well could be a pick on Sunday. We've got to glance at this to understand what's going on. And I get it, man. He's got someone bearing down his face, right? The issue is on 1st and 10, it's unacceptable that if this would be turned over, right? You can't have a turnover on 1st and 10 with a shot play. So we got lucky here. Okay? This is just placement. It's just a 100% a placement issue. Okay? And again, it's funny because I'm putting a touchdown on the bad. But let's be honest. This guy's job is to hold the rail, which is the bottom of the numbers, and Mac Jones leaves this thing inside a good 4 yards, right? Again, NFL, corner probably turns, it's a pick, right? It's hard to criticize a kid for throwing out what? It's hard when you're criticizing a kid for throwing a 90-yard touchdown pass. Is that what this is? Yeah, 90-yard touchdown pass. But we're finding a way on this YouTube channel. You just got to be honest. Too far inside, can't have it. Okay, again, here's a placement issue, okay? So what they're trying to run is this little pop pass and get this guy free. It's a blatant hold inside. Absolutely blatant. He moves off it, which I like, okay? He recognizes he's getting held. We don't like it. He moves off it, gets to a slant, but we cannot leave that short. My biggest criticism of him mechanically when I watch him play is the appearance of him being off platform and throwing off balance. But in reality, he's not off balance at all. It's just where his, in my opinion, inseam, his back inseam is hitting. And it hits inappropriately, then his left foot carries, and then he ends up being off balance. If he were to stab it into the ground harder on the inseam, okay, stab it harder to use it more like a pitcher's mound, what you would see more is a redirect, more like Aaron Rodgers when he gets off the ground a little bit. And I think that would help him from an accuracy perspective, because what you're going to see here is he floats off it, and that's why he misses to the side. Versus if he were to stab to where his momentum could carry to it, he's going to have a better shot of having everything in line even when he's, moving in a chaotic pocket. So that's one thing we can't have. We can't have those kind of placements, okay? This is just way too floated. And again, that corner verification, right? Boom. We got to verify that this corner goes, okay? And if we verify that he doesn't go, that he's going to get after this, that's fine. But we have to win with the ball then. We can't just float it, right? This has to be a drive shot then. Again, it's a completion. But I got to nitpick it because, again, I don't know what he was taught, right? He might have been taught, hey, we don't care what that backside corner does, and that's fine. But then we have to hunt more with these footballs. We can't float them. It's got to be more of a hunt shot. So it's a heck of a catch. Okay. Yeah, this one I searched a little bit on, right? I put that in the notes, but listen, we've seen this concept a bunch, right? We're going to call it more of a search route because I don't really think it's a real in route. And then paired with this, this is clearly you're getting this backer to run. This thing's going to be wide open. We can't pass that up, okay? Right. You can't pass that up. Mac Jones good enough to throw it right off his back and drive this thing, okay? Now, does it work out? Yeah, because it always works out when you're moving your feet forward, okay? But that's something if I was going to say, hey, man, I'm going to really critique this thing hard, critique this tape hard, that would be one issue I would have is, you see that backer. Again, though, right? If you're finding stuff like that, that's a good deal now. Okay, Viper concept. This is a great little concept. I love the Viper concept. Okay, backside, you've got a corner. and you've got it paired with an option route from your back, okay? And like very well, this could be just hook O, but it looks like Viper to me, so that's what we're going to say it is. The read is this corner, right? The corner sits on the H Viper, throw the corner. If the corner bails with the corner, throw the Viper. Okay? What does the corner do? Okay, I get that the ball's out of his hand. But to me, before the ball gets out of his hand, right here, this looks like the corner's definitely sitting. Okay? We've got to throw the corner route here. It's a terrible read on Viper. It's a terrible read on Viper. Yeah, that's not hunting. The alternative side of it would be if he was taught to read Viper to the corner and not look at that corner. Just say if the Viper's there, throw it. If not, get to the corner. Some guys teach it like that. I'd have to ask him. So right here, my issue is, and again, I don't know. I'd have to ask him, what happened here? Why did we not account for this guy? Like, he ain't fooling anybody. So, one, what happened with the protection check? It looks like they slid because they thought they were getting boundary pressure, right? But, I mean... Yeah, it looks like maybe they were going 5-on-5 here with a free release, and they were thinking he was going to drop out. Maybe, but we got to figure out what happened here. And then the issue is get vertical. We got to get vertical on our delivery if we're throwing over people. What I mean by that is push off that back foot. Boom, push off, get vertical, get the release point high. Because otherwise this could happen, right? To where it just turns into a, we don't want to make bad plays worse. If we miss the blitz check, right? We don't want to make it worse. Yeah, got to get vertical. You can't throw through that. You got to get up. Got to get up, get vertical. Yeah. And then just, protect yourself. Protect yourself down in there. We don't need to take you in the first round and then... So this is another one where they sell this, man. They sell this. It looks like the same route. If I remember correctly, it's that same Gator house. Yeah. Great eyes. Great pump. Puts the safety on skates. We can't miss it. That's just one you can't miss. A lot of people are getting on him because it's like he holds his receivers up. Listen, when someone's running open, you never want to penalize the quarterback for holding his receivers up. Because you'd rather have the hold up when a guy's wide open than the overshoot. But look at this, man. Look at his eyes. Boom! Look at that pump. Look at number 9. Watch 9 react to this. Yeah! Got him. Ball game. But you can't miss it. Can't miss it. Okay? Now we're getting to the good and the bad. I got 2 of them. I got 2 of the good and the bad. Okay? A lot of people talk about movement. Well, here's a great movement clip. And I think it's tremendous. I think it's tremendous. The question with this is it enough? Right? Is he fleet-footed enough in the pocket to survive in the NFL? It's for an NFL team to make the call. Personally, I believe so. Okay? And then this is another great one. Another eye manipulation. Okay? On the Oscar pump, right? So Oscar pump. So we showed you the Oscar stop, which was the corner stop. Now this is to give the same appearance of it, but then boom, take it vertical. This is who he has to hold. His receiver's going to beat him. Watch his eye placement at the top. You see him holding him right there? That's great. I just said I wasn't going to penalize the kid for holding somebody up, and then now I'm going to penalize him for holding somebody up. So I'm going to say this isn't good and bad. This was just a good clip to end on. Because I'm not going to penalize him for holding somebody up. Look at this. You know he knows exactly what he's doing here. He's just staring that safety, holding him down the middle. And then off platform, just going to go ahead and throw it 10, 20, 30, 40, 50 yards off platform. That's Mac Jones. That's Mac Jones. The question I gave you guys at the very beginning is Mac Jones the most pro-ready quarterback? Meaning, could he win the most games of anyone as a rookie that I've evaluated so far? I haven't evaluated Trevor yet. The answer is 100% yes. Not only because of what his tape showed, but because of what Alabama asked him to do. He's just ready for 85% of the NFL offenses. Now, there's 15% that shouldn't even touch him with a 10-foot pole. But for a majority of NFL offenses, he is the most pro-ready. Where does he end up in his career? Honestly, is up to him. But here's one thing I'll tell you. I have a feeling when I look at this kid that he is a Tom Brady scorched earth. I'm going to keep a list of who said what, who wronged me, and I'm going to bury each and every one of them. If you get that same sense as an NFL team talking to him, I would have no issue with you taking him wherever the heck you want to take him. Because that's the difference between the guys who go out and have Hall of Fame careers and then the guys who, say it's the coach's fault or whatever. So that's my take. Mac Jones breakdown. Trevor Lawrence possibly next week. And then a lot of people are wanting to see Davis Mills. Here, do me a favor. Comment who you want to see next. Who you want to see next. I'll see you guys next time.